What's up, adventurers? Are you ready to see what's in the shop? Keep living the adventure. Axis of Awesome. What's up, guys? Man, I love my rock bottom novelties masks. I wish I could find a really cool way to use them during Halloween, but I have so much other stuff going on during Halloween that it's hard for me to incorporate everything I have. So anyways, welcome to another What's in the Shop. I told you guys in the last What's in the Shop it'd probably be a while before I did another What's in the Shop, but unfortunately a few things happened. Or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it. First off, I planned on releasing a photo story for Halloween, but some logistical things came into play and I really wasn't able to make it happen. Some items I needed weren't able to be finished in time by other people, and that's just the way it goes, but that's okay. We're going to shoot for maybe next year. I've got the photo story probably 75% done. I just needed a couple of items to finish it, which is no big deal. So we're going to be recording basically this What's in the Shop here today. It's kind of a hodgepodge. So the other thing that happened is I acquired some things over the last few weeks since the last What's in the Shop, and I thought it'd be a good time to share all those with you guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause the video, and we're going to come back, and we're going to start cranking through all this stuff. And at the end of the video, we're going to take a look at my Halloween setup this year. So stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. So first things first, several months ago, we did a rocket launch. You guys probably saw the video short. And I think I told you guys in one of the videos that one of our nose cone and parachute got caught up in a tree after 2 or 3 launches. I'm happy to say that we have the nose cone back with the fuselage. All we got to do is put a brand new shock cord on that. So my son's rocket, my brother made for him, is going to be ready to go here soon. I don't know if we're going to launch these anymore this year because the weather here in the Midwest is getting pretty windy and gloomy, so it's going to be hard to track rockets. So we do have the rocket back, which is exciting. I'm glad we got that going on. So in about a week or two, maybe a little longer, you're going to see a rocket video we did. It's pretty interesting, needless to say. But in that video, you're going to see this rocket here. I plan on just sharing it with you guys in that video, but I'll share it with you guys today. This is a rocket from the early 80s. My brother, my oldest brother, he's 8 years older than me, had, and he brought it over. It was broken, and I reconstructed a fin portion on it and repainted it and made it into this cool G.I. Joe Space Command rocket. Takes a D engine. It's a super powerful rocket. We did shoot it off in that video that's coming up, but I just wanted to share that with you. I did some cool artwork deco on it using the G.I. Joe Space logo, and this turned out really, really dope, and I'm excited for you guys to see this thing launch. So we've got a lot of rocket stuff coming up probably for 2024, hopefully maybe spring, summer, so stay tuned for that. All right, guys. So a few weeks ago, I got in my pre-orders from Big Bad Toy Store, and I got the second 2 releases of the NECA Dungeons & Dragons figures, and these are awesome. There's going to be reviews of these coming up here very, very soon, as well as these being paired with some beers, so be on the lookout. We got the first one here, Strongheart, the Paladin, a good action figure. I had this when I was little. LJN Dungeons & Dragons line, and NECA knocked it out of the park with this figure. Sorry for the glare, you can't see it, but you'll see it in the review coming up. And then the other figure is probably what I consider to be maybe the best figure of the line so far, is the Zarek, the assassin figure here. If you had these LJN Dungeons & Dragons figures when you were a kid like me, odds are that you had this particular character, and he is awesome. So we're going to be reviewing these guys here really, really soon. And I can't wait to share these with you because Nika is doing a great job with these vintage reimagining Dungeons & Dragons figure line. Alright guys, so if you've followed me and known me for a long enough time, you know that we are huge Masters of the Universe fans. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe is probably one of my all-time favorite toy lines, probably along with G.I. Joe. And we try to get as many of the He-Man figures or the new Masters of the Universe Origins figures as we can. We don't collect the Revelations or Masterverse figures at all. We just collect the vintage style or vintage style inspired figures from Mattel. And Mattel Creations puts out special order figures every once in a while, and we grab every one of those. We've only missed one because I was grocery shopping when it came out and I fucked up and didn't get it, but you know, whatever. It's for a fortune now on eBay, so I probably will never get that figure. So anyways, we got this figure in the other day. So Masters of the Universe Origins has pretty heavily been leaning into the Snake Men villain line. It went so far as to create a crowdfunded Snake layer to go along with Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain. And we have almost all the Snake Men. So we got this one the other day, and let me tell you, this is a super cool figure. I saw that Pixel Dan did a really good review of this figure, and it is the Masters of the Universe Origins Lady Slither figure. It is super cool. We just got this in a little while ago, and you can see on the back here the great artwork synonymous with Masters of the Universe's packaging, and then the character Lady Slither. Really cool character. Like I said, Pixel Dan has a really good review of this up. I probably won't do a review of this figure. I tend to not do a lot of the Masters of the Universe reviews just because so many other people do them, and you know, you guys don't want to see my review of these. So this is a cool figure. I haven't given this to my son yet. At some point here in the next month or two, when we're having a Masters of the Universe battle, we definitely will probably get this chick out here. She looks pretty evil. So definitely cool. Masters of the Universe Origins line is great. I think, however, Mattel is ending that line and going with the Masters of the Universe cartoon style figures, which I did watch a review on those the other day on Pixel Dan's channel as well. I doubt I will get those. I will probably just focus all my energy on trying to get the rest of the Masters of the Universe Origins figures that we don't have. So I think this is a great figure. I think it's a great line, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. All right, guys, so I just got this in the other day. I did not plan on this coming in the other day, but it did. So let me grab a razor knife. So when this item first here came up for pre-order, I bought it instantly on HasbroPulse.com. Because I wanted to have this for my collection, and it wasn't supposed to ship until December of 23, which is when my birthday is. So I bought it for myself to arrive on my birthday, and here we are in September, early October, this came. Now, I'll open it first, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Pretty wild packaging, whatever. So I bought myself the Mandalorian M1 Naboo Starfighter as seen in the Mandalorian cartoon after his Razor Crest got destroyed in the second to last season. He got him a brand new ship, which was really cool, how they took the Naboo Starfighter from Phantom Menace and modded it out to become his new Starfighter. I think this is great. I wanted to get this. Logic Blaster has done an amazing review of this. So again, this is probably something I won't review. I'll just share it with you. I don't even know if I'm gonna get out of the box for a while. I also have the Hasbro Pulse Razor Crest. So I have both of these. I'm a big fan of The Mandalorian. I'm a big fan of Mandalorians in general, Boba Fett being my favorite, even though some of you might argue with me that he's not a Mandalorian. Whatever. I'm not here to argue about semantics. But this is cool. I really love this ship. I love it in the cartoon. I'm probably going to get the small Star Wars mini ship like that I reviewed for the Razor Crest and the Boba Fett Slave 1. I think this comes out in that ship. I'll probably get it as well if I can find it on clearance. But super happy to have this now in my collection. It kind of completes it all for me. So yeah, this is awesome. But like I said, Logic Blaster has done a fantastic review. He's assembled it and everything, unboxed it. So definitely check out Logic Blaster's channel for this N1 Naboo Starfighter from Hasbro, of course. Super cool to have in my collection. All right, guys, welcome back. So a few weeks ago, we were in an antique mall. We frequent quite a bit over in Terre Haute, Indiana. And I was looking in the glass case, and I noticed this orange container here. And within it, I saw some G.I. Joe parts, so I asked him to open the case, looked at it, and lo and behold, we had a almost complete Mike Power figure. Now, I'm probably going to do a restoration video of him. It's pretty cool. He had a damaged leg, and I actually, it was all glued up and kind of sanded up so a foot peg won't fit in it. So I was managed to find a pretty cheap Mike Power leg on eBay with a foot. I reached out to Jim Egner about doing some parts for me as well. We'll see if I need them. I might not now, at least for this figure. There's some other stuff I'm going to have to order from Jim here in the near future. But yeah, we're going to restore this cool Mike Power. Just be a really quick and simple restoration. He still has his eye lens in his head, which you don't see a lot with a lot of these. And I'll probably restore this and give it to my son. So I thought that was a cool find. I don't see a lot of Mike Powers out in the wild very much, let alone ones in pieces that are complete almost. So I wanted to share that with you guys. All right, guys. So a couple weeks ago, my wife was looking on several of the auction sites around and found this lot of G.I. Joe vehicles and equipment. So she showed it to me, and I was like, holy smokes, you know, that looks pretty cool. And we bid on it. We did win it for like $100, I think. So what I usually do, this is what I do. So if you guys are familiar, it's going to be a weird analogy, I guess. If you guys are familiar with Howard Schnellenberger, the University of Miami football coach back in the late 70s, early 80s, he turned the program around and made it a national powerhouse. And how he did it was he recruited close to home. So he got all the good players and kept them from leaving the state, and then he focused on grabbing players elsewhere. What I do with my G.I. Joe auctions is I try anything within 50 miles of where I live. If I see an auction, I automatically try to win that auction because it's close. I know most of the places, the auction houses. I know most of the people that work there, and I always try to win these auctions. So I try to, keep everything back close to home, and then if I need other things, I try to bid them on eBay. So that's my wide net that I cast around the region here. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys. If it doesn't, oh, whatever. So anyways, we got this cool lot, and let's unpack it here. We got some really cool stuff in it. Some stuff that I actually don't really have, and then some things I do have. So this off to the side here. We got another clothes basket. So in the lot were two of these Irwin Amphicats made by Irwin Toy Company. I'm probably going to do a video on this pretty soon. And both of them are in good shape. They just need cleaned up. It's even got the name of somebody who probably owned it, Bob, written on the bottom. I'm assuming these were both his. And I don't know, is he a guy or not? Nowadays, it's hard to tell, right? Anyways, we got these two, I'm sorry. We got these two complete Amphicats, and one's missing the steering wheel. I might reach out to Chris at Red Venom Repros, who does a lot of Irwin reproduction stuff, and see if he can make me a steering wheel. If I send him this steering wheel, maybe he can do a copy. He does a copy of, or he does reproduction parts for a lot of the other Irwin G.I. Joe vehicles. But we got these two Amphicats, which are really, really cool because I do not have any of these for my collection. So I was really, really excited to get these and add them to the collection. So like I said, I'm going to do a video here soon of both these Amphicats. So I got two of those. I got a complete air vest. I think it might be a knockoff, but it's still in good shape. It's not gotten any broken straps or whatnot, so we can do something with that. We got a damaged Irwin three-wheeler, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might just throw this on eBay for parts for somebody who needs one of these. I don't know. I just got damaged parts for it, so it's not really that great. We got a complete, we got a complete set of G.I. Joe pontoons that go to either the Pygmy Gorilla or the Mystery of the Boiling Lagoon or Coils of Doom set. So I'll keep those and use those for something at some point in time. Got a set from, I believe, the Boiling Lagoon. Set of directions, which is cool. I don't have these. Unfortunately, they're a little damaged on one side, but I think that's pretty cool. I don't know what I'll do with those. We got this cool Honda motorcycle. It's probably Mego scale. I'll probably give this to my son to play with if he wants it. It's pretty neat. I kind of remember these vaguely when I was a kid, but yeah, that's a cool little motorcycle. It's in great shape. It's got a few pieces of plastic there, a little bent, but whatever. But the thing that I really wanted in this lot was a Turbo Swampcraft. So I looked through the pictures on the auction and saw that this thing was complete. Now I have a Turbo Swampcraft. I have the complete Devil of the Deep set. I had to actually get reproduction doors made from Chris at Red Venom Repros. He does actually injection molded parts that aren't 3D printed, which on some stuff I want the injection molded stuff so it looks more authentic rather than the 3D printed stuff. But I got this cool Devil of the Deep Turbo Swampcraft. So we got the main body portion here. I need to take it apart. The propeller doesn't work super well here, so I need to take that apart and get it cleaned up and get it working. But there's no broken parts on this at all. And I got the other part of the fuselage, and it is in good shape, just needs cleaned up as well. It has everything, but it is missing one of the handles. And again, Chris at Red Venom Repros does the injection molded pieces. So rather than have a 3D printed piece, I'll probably get the injection molded piece so they look pretty much like each other. But I thought that was awesome, man. And that gives me two Turbo Swampcraft, which I'm probably going to end up letting my son play with one of them. I will probably swap this one out with my other one, maybe, depending on, or swap the doors at least out on this one with my other one so it looks it's automatically all the way vintage, you know. But this is awesome. Now, when I got my other Turbo Swampcraft done, which I've never done a video on it, I believe I either got black or brown doors instead of the tan ones because I wanted it to kind of look different. So we got a complete Turbo Swampcraft, 2 Irwin ATVs, a motorcycle, some pontoons, directions, an air vest, and then some junk parts. So I thought that was great. I can't wait to do a video on these Irwin ATVs for you guys, but I just wanted to share this lot with you that I got and I just thought it was cool that I got it. All right, so here's something you guys might find interesting. So if you want to know where I get a lot of my creativeness and ability to build things, my dad made this. He made it all out of wood. So what this is we do incense smokers, the little smoking men. We have several of those. My mom does as well. But my dad had an idea one day to make a smoking cabin for incense. So he created this cool wooden cabinet. He made it all out of wood. He planed down and cut. I think he bought the shingles from a hobby store maybe. But he's got a hole in the top. And then this actually comes off. And you can put your incense cup right here in the middle of this piece of wood. And then light it. And then it has an air hole like I showed in the chimney. And it basically smokes incense. Now, there might be a slight fire hazard. I don't know. We've used it quite a bit. Never caught anything on fire. So it is just incense, so it's not an open flame. I wanted to share that with you guys. My plan was to actually use this in a photo story as a scale cabin. But unfortunately, things didn't work out. You can see there's also air holes on the sides there to suck the air in to help the incense burn down. but I didn't. But I just wanted to share this with you guys. I thought it was really, really cool that my dad made this. I have it now because I'm going to use it for something. We might put it out for Christmas, decorate it with some wreaths or whatever. But it's a pretty cool little cabin that my dad made. All right, guys, so as you know, Halloween is just around the corner, and I wanted to share just a few little Halloween things with you before I go and show you guys the big Halloween setup that we've got. First off, you guys probably saw this last year in a video I did. It's the a head, styrofoam head that I got from Joann's, and I actually painted it to look like Frankenstein. It turned out really, really well. I love it a lot. And I actually got a few of these wooden bases from Joann's and just spray painted them black, and I glued the head on there, so it makes a nice desktop prop. So if you have any kind of painting skill, or you would love to learn how to paint and blend colors, and you want to do stuff for Halloween, I would suggest getting a head like this from Joann's. These are usually 60% off around the end of Halloween. I kind of grab a bunch of them up and just paint them for props. So here's my Frankenstein head that sits on one of our displays upstairs. Another thing I do is they have these styrofoam skulls, so I paint these as well. You can see here, painted this, and I have these little green stakes, and then I just kind of notch out a hole in the bottom and hot glue these so these stick in the yard. You'll see these outside when I show you my Halloween setup, so these are pretty cool as well, but it's a really inexpensive way to decorate your yard or your house for Halloween. Another thing I've acquired is at Dollar Tree. They got these cheap-ass skeletons, and I bought one with the intent to paint him and use him for a photo story maybe next year. So I know Robert over at Mac Sog has done a review of, I believe, Big Lot skeletons, which you should check out. It's really, really cool as well. But these are not quite as nice and detailed as the ones Robert had, but they're pretty cool for $1.25. And lastly, Zagoni Studios. I'll put a link in the description to them. But I bought this latex skull from them. It's super detailed, sculpted by Aaron Lewis for them. And it's like 14 or 15 bucks for this, which I think is awesome. And it's a super awesome detailed skull that just kind of sits on your mantle or wherever you're going to put it. It's actually the same as the golden skull that we won from Rock Bottom Novelties a few years back. It's just a different paint of that skull, but it's really, really cool. And I'll probably end up using both of these in a photo story in the future, but this is a super cool skull. I mean, Zagoni Studios, check them out. They got a lot of really cool Halloween stuff and masks and whatnot, costume accessories. So check those guys out. All right, gang, that wraps up our What's in the Shop. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry I couldn't get the photo story done this year. I really wanted to. It's going to be a super dope photo story. I think you guys are really going to love it, along with the one Adam and I are finishing up hopefully soon. I hope everybody's doing great out there. Halloween's just around the corner, and then, we've got Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and then the New Year. So this year seems to be flying by faster than most years. At least that's what it feels like to me. I got a lot of cool videos in the hatch coming up, so be on the lookout for those. I'm enjoying a lot of you guys' channels. I know Robert from MacSog has his Viewmaster videos is super cool. Logic Blaster has been putting out some really cool toy reviews lately. I'm enjoying Paul Knapp's stream whenever I get a chance to watch most of it. He's had some really great guests on there recently. And, a lot of you other guys who I just forget to mention, Tar Productions, his ongoing stop motion epic continues, just moving on down the tracks. I know Pat from Lead Action Joe has made a couple videos recently doing some really cool outdoor, real action adventure type stuff. And everybody else in the Axis of Awesome seems to be moving right along. Now, I heard through the grapevine, which is AKA a post on YouTube, that Spider Monkey Films was coming back at some point. Not sure what happened to that guy. I don't know if he's still alive over there in Indiana. I don't know if he's upset about the Colts sucking or their quarterback getting hurt for the rest of the year. But I haven't heard much from Tom. So I'm hoping that post I saw about Spider Monkey was not a lie. So if it is, Tom, I'm going to kind of suspect you're working for the government right now, throwing out some false information, false flag operations. So let's hope we can get Spider Monkey back in the fight. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys are doing great out there. Happy Halloween. Sorry about the video I couldn't do, or the photo story. And be on the lookout for what's coming in the future from Skunkworks Studios. In the meantime, guys, keep living the adventure, and cheers.